Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. Thank you for watching this. It's been almost 2 weeks since we've been online, and even longer since the last movie one. So I'm so excited to be here and start off November with a bunch of stuff. Before we get started tonight, big announcement. If you're watching this when it comes out, this Wednesday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. at the Model Cafe in Allston, we are doing another live in-person Inappropriate Movie Database. It was so fun the last time we did it. This one's bound to be fun. Lloyd Legacy Sharp's going to be there, as well as Angela Sawyer, Gary Peterson, and Katie Baker. It's going to be such a fun show. I hope you come out. There's an open mic after starting at 8. That's a lot of fun. Model Cafe, Allston, Massachusetts, 7 p.m. Check out the Facebook page for more information on that. And now let's jump into this. If this is your first time watching, thank you so much. You should subscribe to this channel. This is episode 35. There's 34 other episodes, and most of them are good. This one's going to be good tonight. I am so excited for my guests. I'm going to bring them in. Joining me tonight on the show, it's going to be weird to say this, but Denise Dexter, Mr. B, Jenny Isme, Lloyd Legacy Sharp. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
That's the... I'm going to go to one of my most anticipated guests first. And this is the last time I'll say Denise. Hi, Mom. My mom's on the show tonight. Thanks for being on the show.
Sure, Nick. Anything for you.
Well, thank you. Now,
From
am
the
I out of line?
Producers of Nick Martucci, we think.
Am I out of line in saying that you're not good with movie titles?
I'm not giving up anything right now.
Well, that's fine.
You'll just have to wait and see.
I'm so happy you're here, and I'm curious to see how tonight goes.
Yeah, me too.
Also on the show tonight, returning favorite, and I know her mother watches this show too. So hi, Jenny's mother, and hello, Jenny Isme.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, we know that we have at least 2 moms on lockdown. This is a 2-mom show.
That might be the record for moms watching this show.
It's a pleasure to be here. And hi, Mom.
I'm so happy you're back. You have been on so many times. I've lost count. I think this might be your 7th or 8th time.
Really? I was going to say maybe 6, but I have no idea. I haven't been keeping track.
I could have looked it up.
I didn't, I'm just here to have a good time is what I keep telling myself.
Well, that's good. That's all you need to do. Also on the show, I mentioned him earlier. He's going to be on the show on Wednesday as well. Lloyd Legacy Sharp is here. Hey, Lloyd.
Hi.
Now, Lloyd, I was saying before the show, I don't think anybody has been on as often as you and has buzzed in as few times as you have.
And you know what's weird about that is the one time I came to actually answer the question, I got it wrong. And up to that point, I was doing great.
Yeah, your high score is a game where you're still the only person to never buzz in once.
Sometimes we're meant to be seen and not heard. Men, not Black, Spanish, men.
Oh, I hope you guess something tonight, though. I really want to see you end a game in the positives.
I feel like that's the beautiful secret behind the legacy strat, as it's known in the pro leagues, is that Lloyd knows every single one of these answers, knows them absolutely 100% on the 5-point question, but keeps that inside, and that's the real power move, is just...
I mean, that's true, though. The answer will come out, and then Lloyd will spout off like 10 facts about the movie. So you know movies, you're just not confident.
Oh, it's so good.
Which is this. this is the only time you're not confident, as far as I know about you.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. And also coming back, I believe this is his second appearance. It's been so long since I've seen him. I'm so happy he's here. Hey, Mr. B.
Hey, how you doing, Nick? Yeah, I think one of the time. I feel like, did this show start in the seed of another show, like Simpsons starting in the Tracy Ullman show? Wasn't this like a? Am I remembering?
We did do some of these in the show Pick a Side Stupid, hosted by Sean Carter.
Yeah.
If you're unfamiliar with that show, look that up. They stopped doing it during the pandemic, but it's such a fun show. And I probably wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't stealing half my stuff from Sean Carter. But this is kind of a spin-off show.
Yeah, fun, same kind of concept. Anyway, it's really fun to be here. I'm had a miserable day. I don't feel well. If we were going off campus, I wouldn't have been able to make it. But the magic of Zoom.
Well, yeah, I'm happy that you get to keep doing stuff and not having to leave the house.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to be doing a lot more of that coming up now that winter's here.
This is a good time to take advantage of all the skills we've learned for not leaving home.
Right?
This is what we were preparing for.
This is also a good time to acknowledge that if we go back inside, I'll be perfectly okay with that because humans are hard work.
All right. Well, again, thank you all for being here. If you've never seen the show before, here's how this works. I have gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I have pulled parental warnings written by anonymous weirdos. I don't know who these people are or why they do what they do, but I'm happy they do what they do because I have almost a week's worth of content at this point. So this is good for me. I want to meet one of them. If you're watching this show and you've ever written a parental warning, please reach out and I have so many questions for you. What's going to happen tonight? I'm going to read these parental warnings. My friends and family here are going to try to figure out what movie I'm warning you against. And unless there's anything else anybody wants to say or add, I think we should jump into the game. All right. Hey, Mom, I'm going to start with you first.
Okay.
Would you like a movie from 1931, 1977, or 2003?
77.
77. First movie of the night from 1977 for 5 points. Under the category of alcohol, drugs, and smoking, there is a scene early on in the film set at a bar. Numerous characters are drinking unidentified beverages presumed to be alcoholic. One character in the scene is seen smoking a hookah, and another appears to be smoking a cigarette on a holder. All right, we will move on to the 4-point clue. Under the category of violence and gore, there are numerous scenes of gunplay, all of which leave no visible wounds. No? Okay. For 3 points, under violence and gore, the burned and smoking skeletons of people lying on the ground near the entryway to a small burning structure are gazed upon by the people's stunned and horrified nephew after he rushed home to see about their well-being. Very brief, but somewhat disturbing. Jenny has buzzed in. Mr. B has buzzed in. Jenny, what do you think?
I believe that is Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
Mr. B?
Yeah, I agree.
It is Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
I don't know one Star Wars movie at all. None.
To be fair, they cannot prove that anything in that cantina was alcoholic.
No, they can't.
They have no idea. Maybe they were drinking juice. Maybe that's a juice bar.
Who knows what the actual devil was drinking in that bar?
Did you know though, if you go to the Star Wars experience, they have a drink that you can get that makes your mouth numb. I've never been there. I've just watched a lot of videos on it. And that is like my number one goal, is to go to Florida and get this beer drink that numbs your mouth.
Just for fun, also in Star Wars, under frightening and intense scenes, a man's fight scene in the bar leaves a smoking husk of an alien on a table. And under violence and gore, two men engage in a fierce duel with each other for some time. After seeing that the other heroes need to escape nearby, one man allows himself to be killed, whereupon the villain decapitates him, only to find that his body disappears, leaving his cloak and lightsaber on the ground.
That would have given it away.
Again, I feel like that's debatable. Did he get decapitated? I thought he just unmade himself.
Yeah, I thought he hit him in the middle of the body too.
Yeah, he like
his shoulder.
Yeah. Well,
but there's nothing there.
Jenny and Mr. B tied in first place at 3 each. Mom and Lloyd, 0 each. Jenny, I'm going to go to you. Would you like a movie from 1997, 2009, or 2013?
78.
That wasn't one of the years I offered.
I would like the next Star Wars movie, please.
97, 2009, 2013.
I'm gonna go with 97.
97.
My year.
All right, this movie from 1997 for 5 points under violence and gore. Human body count, 1 on screen, 4 or 5 off screen.
Ruh-roh.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, many of the deaths could be disturbing to young children, especially the scene where a man is pulled out of his car and ripped in half.
Oh, God.
You know this movie, Lloyd.
Don't remember the name.
No?
No.
All right, for 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, this is easily the most frightening and intense of the franchise. Mr. B has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think?
Dawn of the Dead.
It is not Dawn of the Dead. For 2 points, under violence and gore, several herbivores destroy a camp with no casualties shown. Mom has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Mom?
Jurassic Park.
It is not Jurassic Park.
That's an herbivore.
That's true. All right, we'll move on to the 1-point clue under violence and gore. The Tyrannosaur then proceeds to wreak havoc on San Diego. It crashes into a bus, which slides into a video rental store, smashes into cars, and breaks through several buildings.
Oh, God. Nope.
We really have nothing?
Nope. Not goddamn thing.
No.
I'm taking the
All right.
legacy strat here.
Mr. B,
Oh,
what
I
do you
know.
think?
Godzilla.
It is not Godzilla. Just to recap, violence and gore, human body count, 1 on screen, 4 or 5 off screen. Many deaths could be disturbing to young children, especially the scene where a man is pulled out of his car and ripped in half. Easily the most frightening and intense of the franchise. Several herbivores destroy a camp with no casualties shown, and the Tyrannosaur then proceeds to wreak havoc in San Diego.
I mean, I was feeling pretty good about Honey, I Blew Up the Baby until that last one.
All right, I guess we will call it. Mom, you were so close. This is The Lost World Jurassic Park, the second Jurassic Park movie.
Well, I don't even know what the second one was named. I just know it was a Jurassic.
If you said Jurassic Park 2, I would have given it to you.
You should get partial.
See, I was holding back because I was like, it's Jurassic something, but Jurassic
Yeah.
World, Jurassic Zone, like they do that fiddly thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it was, and if I was gonna risk it. Nope.
Was it Alien or
right.
Aliens?
Well, Jenny, you're now in first place with 3 points. Mr. B has dropped to second with 1. Lloyd at 0, Mom at -1. Mr.
Swing it,
B,
Denise.
Mr. B, would you like a movie from 1996, 1999, or 2009?
Let's go with 2009.
2009. This movie from 2009 for 5 points. Under sex and nudity, sexual scenes throughout the entire movie. Female nudity is shown as well as male nudity. Very hard to skip all of the inappropriate parts because they happen every few minutes. Mr. B has buzzed in. What do you think?
Eyes wide shut.
It is not Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh God.
What was the year on this one? Was this 2009?
2009.
Ugh.
And how many points do I have right now?
You have 3 points. You're ahead by 2. No? For 4 points. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
No,
No,
what do
I
you
was
think,
trying
Jenny?
to do it, and instead I tried to share my screen. It was very exciting. Is it Zach and Mary make a porno?
Ooh, good guess. It is not Zach and Mary make a porno.
I've never actually seen that. It just has porno in the title, so I was like going with it. You know,
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the violence in the film is very graphic, intense, and disturbing. The tone of the movie is extremely noir. Jenny has buzzed in. Mr. B has buzzed in. What do you think, Mr. B?
Pulp Fiction.
Jenny, what do you think?
I think it's Sin City.
It is not Sin City, and it is not the 1994 movie Pulp Fiction.
Wait a minute. You're an educator.
I was thinking,
Mr.
2009
B,
was like right before my kid was born, and then somehow I was thinking right after college, right? Is that what we're guessing right now?
Sir, you are an educator.
Lloyd, you still haven't buzzed in.
And guess who's going to have the most points after this round if nobody gets one?
I came to play.
For 3 points under violence and gore, a character blows several thugs up, and their blood, guts, and bones are seen splattered all over the ceiling, while surrounding women scream, covered in blood and gore from the explosions. He blows up several other people in similar style, with blood, guts, and bone blasting all over.
God damn.
That's
No.
All right, for 2 points under profanity, more profanity than the graphic novel.
Oh, that narrows it down. No.
Oh,
No.
I want to try it so bad, but I've only got 1 point left. Shit.
All right, for 1 point under sex and nudity, we see a main character's full rear nudity, both in giant and then normal size form, albeit blue tinged, as is the case with all other views of his nudity. 2 other characters see his full frontal nudity, but we don't, at least in this scene. I only see Jenny has buzzed in. What do you think, Jenny?
That is The Watchmen.
That is The Watchmen.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The show was better than the movie. It's fine. We all know it. It's okay.
Well, Jenny, you remain in first place with 2. Lloyd in second place with 0. Mr. B and Mom tied at -1. Lloyd, would you like a movie from 1978, 1998, or 2008?
1998.
1998. This movie from 1998 for 5 points under violence and gore. A man purposefully opens a door into another man, breaking his nose after overhearing that man bad-mouthing him. He later punches him out. Jenny, do you have your, are you buzzed in or did you not take it down?
Oh, no, I just left it up. I got
That's fine.
That's all. No idea.
All right. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, there is an alcoholic monkey.
That feels like it really should give more away than it does.
I would think. All right. For 3 points under violence and gore, extremely mild blood during a tiger's operation.
Is it really that old?
Yeah.
For 2 points under sex and nudity, this is a long one. Feeling amorous, a man asks his wife, quote, "Is it okay if I wait in bed naked?" But nothing ever happens. Later, however, when he asks himself what's going to happen, referring to his belief that he's going crazy, his wife overhears and misunderstands that and answers, quote, "You'll be pleasantly surprised." But again, nothing happens. Nuts is used as a double entendre. A pigeon mentions her mate stares at a robin's breasts. A dog tries to view the man and his wife in the bedroom and offers a tip on a new position. A woman exposes her hives infected buttocks. Hives infected buttocks.
That got worse and worse every word.
Shot, but we see it from a weird angle, so it's very hard to tell what it is. A lot of information in that. None of it helpful, apparently.
1998 was a weird year.
It was. This movie came out.
Full stop.
Final clue for 1 point under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, believing that he's hallucinating from hearing a dog talk to him, the main character comments to himself about some guys in a dorm room saying that stuff they did, presumably drugs, wouldn't affect him years later. I only see Mr. B has buzzed in. Nobody else? What do you think, Mr. B?
Dr. Doolittle?
You got it. It is the Eddie Murphy Dr. Doolittle.
Oh my God.
It's really that old?
Oh, yeah.
That I really thought his downward spiral was tighter. I didn't think it was lingering like that. Yowza.
Oh, oof. Yeah. No, his downward spiral started in like 94. Well, Jenny, you remain in first place with 2. Mr. B and Lloyd tied at 0. Mom's still at -1.
Now Uma Thurman can give us both the hypo.
Mom, gonna go back to you.
Oh, okay.
Would you like a movie from 1968, 1985, or 2016?
2016.
2016. This movie from 2016 for 5 points. Under frightening and intense scenes, a character has a panic attack at one moment. This can be very powerful and sad for many people. For 4 points, under frightening and intense scenes, a large squid attacks 3 characters. For 3 points, under profanity, a character says, "Holy carp," obviously an alternative for the usual word.
Which is halibut.
Just for the halibut.
26. Did movies come out in 2016? Were they
A couple of
still
them
doing
did.
Something.
All right, for 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, there is a pervasive theme of losing one's family throughout. Mom has buzzed in. Mr. B has buzzed in. Mr. B, what do you think?
Finding Dory.
Mom, what do you think?
Finding Nemo.
You picked the wrong one, Mom. It's Finding Dory.
That movie sounds hard. That sounds challenging.
With Ellen DeGeneres as the lead, it's definitely challenging in hindsight.
Decisions were made.
They didn't actually lose her as much as swim away when they got the chance.
They just kept swimming. It's fine.
Final clue in that, the main character thinks that she has to explain the birds and the bees to a class and start saying when two fish love each other, but the teacher cuts her off before she can go any further. Jenny and Mr. B now tied in first place with 2 each.
Because
Lloyd
God
at 0.
forbid your children hear about fish love.
Mom, -2. It's a real close, low-scoring game.
A lot of defense.
I want to know what Denise has on the. What are you drinking? Because we got matching beverages in color. What do you got?
Mine is a Sam's.
Oh, I got the Southern Tier pumpkin.
The Arizona green
Cheers.
tea with ginseng.
I hear that's good for something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
All right.
Ginseng joke.
Now that we've
Self-esteem.
handled everybody's beverages, Jenny, would you like a movie from 1968, 1998, or 2001?
Like everyone knows I'm going to pick 98, so let's go off the map and say 68.
Ooh, 1968.
I wasn't alive then. This isn't a great strategy.
Nobody was alive all the way back then.
Can I guess right now for 6 points? I think I get one movie.
All right, for 5 points. 1968, under Sex and Nudity, there are very vague and sophisticated allusions to sexuality in the film, as well as passionate kisses between the two lovers.
That's definitely 1968.
Sure is. Narrows it down to every movie from 1968.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not quite Spring Breakers yet.
For 4 points, under Violence and Gore, there is a brawl at the beginning of the film where great chaos ensues. Some people are punched and a few are even stabbed with swords near the end, with a little blood shown.
Ow.
Fourth, oh no, Mr. B is going to take a guess. What do you think?
Spartacus?
That is a good guess. It is not Spartacus.
Oh, that does sound like a really good guess. Son of a bitch.
All right, for 3 points, under Violence and Gore, most already know what occurs in the play. None of that violence in the film's version of the play is done in a manner that is particularly graphic or disturbing. Jenny has buzzed in. Anybody else? Mr. B is also going to take a chance. Mr. B, I'll go to you first. What do you think?
Julius Caesar.
Jenny, what about you?
Is this yet another Romeo and Juliet? There's like 50 of them, apparently.
There are so many Romeo and Juliets, including this one from 1968. This is Romeo and Juliet.
Nice.
Well done.
See, you gave the game away on that one whenever the last time I was around, I think, because you were like, oh, there's lots of these.
I think that's the third Romeo and Juliet I've used in this game.
That's probably the one I had to watch in high school. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's definitely the one I had to watch in high school.
It was I was in high school right when the cool one came out, and we were like, finally, this is our moment. And they were like, oh, no, we have something to show you.
Also in Romeo and Juliet, under frightening and intense scenes, there is little disturbing material or adult content in the film, and pretty much all of it is faithful to Shakespeare's play. The film was rated G upon initial release, due to some intense, albeit not very graphic scenes of violence, as well as a brief scene of partial nudity. The film would most likely be a PG by today's standards. However, there is nothing altogether unsuitable for classroom usage or family viewing, and it is frequently shown in English classes.
Hey!
And frightening and intense scenes. Everyone who's read the play knows that the two teens commit suicide at the end. This is sad, but it is faithful to Shakespeare's play. The film's depiction of it is intense and emotional, but by no means gory or inappropriate for younger viewers.
Quick correction, the adult man and teenage girl commit suicide in the... Let's be accurate here.
Is he an adult man in that?
I'm pretty sure that's the whole thing. Romeo is supposed to be like significantly older.
I swear he's an
adult. Oh, I didn't know that.
I swear he's like 17.
I didn't know this was a spoiler show. I've been meaning to finish.
Much like any comic book, it depends on the continuity you're looking at.
You've had 400 years.
Mr. White, he said that was a good book. I'm gonna go finish this.
I think in the initial intent was that this was a grown man marrying a 14-year-old guy. I know she's 14, so
but I think that was normal at that time.
That's why Elvis was king. That's why Elvis was king.
Good point. A real Romeo and Juliet love story between Elvis and his teenage bride. Jenny, you are now in a pretty significant lead at 5. Mr. B and Lloyd tied at 0, though Mr. B tried a lot harder to get there. Mom at -2. Mr. B, would you like a movie from 1963, 1990, or 2011?
1990.
1990.
Nice.
Yes.
This
That like
movie
1985 to 95, it's like a warm bath. Everyone just goes, "Ooh, yeah, that one." Those are the movies everyone actually saw.
This movie from 1990 for 5 points under profanity, one use of pecker neck by a child.
That's profane. It's the 90s. Pecker neck is profane.
I'm having an existential crisis right now.
In fairness, still my favorite one in Friday under profanity, one use of by Felicia. Just to bring back that one.
That's okay. So, but I have to say, I'm having an existential crisis right now because so obviously, like most people on this show, I have something to promote. I'm writing a thing, and we were writing a script, right? And it was supposed to be pencil neck, and someone said pecker neck, and we were like, write that down. That's the best insult I've ever heard. And until I was right now old when I found out someone else wrote that insult, and I gutted.
No.
Well, you might have to watch this movie and see a child say that.
It's going to be worse if I know what movie it is.
All right. Well, let's see. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, many characters are shown using the fictional drug nuke by injecting it into their own necks. For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, Skull and stomach scenes may be unsettling to some viewers, including the post-removal of a man's spine with brain and eyes attached. This is your kind of movie, Mom, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
For 2 points under violence and gore, the main character destroys a brain belonging to a robot. Gory results.
Oh.
Oh, this is Tromeo and Juliet. That's the
That is
variant.
a fun guess.
Oh,
Written by Guardians of the Galaxy's James Gunn. All right, for 2 points. No, I said the 2 point. We're down to the 1 point clue. Under
We're
violence
just bad
and
at
gore.
this.
oh God.
Real low scoring game.
Oh God.
Under violence and gore, there is an extended sequence of the main character being captured by criminals, tortured for an extended period of time, and being forcibly disassembled and dumped in front of a police station in a pile of quivering parts. However, because he is a robot, there is no gore. A very rare case of Lloyd has buzzed in. Mr. B has also buzzed in. Mr. B, what do you think?
I was hoping to say Lloyd. RoboCop?
Lloyd, what do you think?
RoboCop 2?
Lloyd, you got your high score. This is RoboCop 2.
Oh my God.
And that will be the final time Lloyd buzzes in tonight.
I would have totally agreed with you, Lloyd, if you said it first.
Mhm.
I would have said, no, it's definitely 2. If I had been,
Fair. Fair.
All right.
One back.
Jenny still in first place with 5. Lloyd in second place with 1 point. Mr. B at -1. Mom at -2.
Oh God.
All right.
God.
I need water. I can't believe that just happened.
How many do we have left? I feel like we've done about 55 questions so far.
We have 5 left.
Oh,
Wow.
Coming
Uh-huh.
back, baby.
And
Oh.
Lloyd, it's on to you now.
oh shit.
Would you like a movie from 1978, 1983, or 2019?
Oh God. Nine 2019.
2019.
Lloyd, there was a right answer, and that's not it.
I know.
Who watched movies in 2019?
We all did. We had no idea what was coming up.
So young, so carefree.
This movie from 2019, 2 years ago, for 5 points under violence and gore, there are multiple sci-fi action sequences and mayhem throughout, including a 40-minute war sequence.
Yeah. America in real life? I don't know.
None of our wars are 40 minutes long.
Not where we could see them.
Inconvenient, probably, though.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a character struggles as he has his weapon driven into his chest. He can be seen screaming out in pain as it begins to cut beyond his armor. Very disturbing.
No.
For 3 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a character is seen drinking a lot of beer and alcohol, and you can see supplies outside and around his house. He looks for a drink numerous times throughout.
No.
For 2 points, under sex and nudity, one character makes a comment on another character's butt, saying, quote, "That is America's ass. This is played for laughs." Mom has buzzed in. Anybody else?
No.
Mr. B's also going to take a try. Mr. B, what do you think?
Oh no! Come on.
All right, no, Jenny,
Captain-
you go first.
I did. I jumped in at the end, and I think it's the Avengers.
That's
The Avengers.
That's
Mr. B, what do you think?
oh no, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
And Mom, what do you think?
That's like
Endgame.
I know for a fact somebody saw this movie for the first time last month. It is Avengers Endgame.
oh Denise, yeah, nice.
I know my Avenger movies.
She's on the board. She's on the board. She's on
I
the
do
board.
not.
She is on the board.
I'm so sorry for the story I'm about to tell.
Uh-oh.
We went, she and I went to see Avengers Infinity War in theaters, where she fell asleep within 20 minutes of the movie, woke up during the credits to see the words "Thanos will return," and said, "Who is Thanos?"
Hey, I redeemed myself. I finally watched them all.
You have watched
Nice.
them all now.
When we went to see the last Harry Potter movie, my best friend, who I hope doesn't watch this show, we were very excited. We all were full cosplay. We were very Slytherin, cool goth kids. We went to the movie theater. We had our photographs taken at the theater, and we're in the local paper. This was a big deal. And my best friend, while we were waiting, we stopped in the movie theater bar, because our movie theater has a bar. It's very important to us, and did several shots. And we got into the theater, and as the lights are going down, I just heard her go, "Oh, I'm dizzy. Oh no." And I went, no, it's okay. It's okay. And then we didn't hear from her again until the credits rolled, and she went, "No, I think I'm okay." And she was back, and she had slipped. And then she, as we were walking her to the car, came to the realization that she had missed the entire film. And by the time we were home, she was drunk, belligerent, and livid. She was trying to order movie tickets on the phone. It was a whole experience.
Oh no.
I hope Jess isn't watching, but I love you.
I blame J.K. Rowling.
It was Joanne's fault. Joanne.
It's easy to blame her for a lot of things, and she deserves it.
And we should.
Last clue in Endgame under frightening and intense scenes. Of all the MCU films, this one is easily the darkest and most depressing film of the franchise. It's much more emotional and intense than the previous film, and despite its fair share of comedic moments, the entire film has the tone, look, and feel of a dystopian movie. There's a persistent sense of hopelessness throughout the film, and all of this might be too much for some viewers who are familiar with the previous MCU films.
I mean,
Jenny.
that really discredits the pathos of Ant-Man, though.
Jenny, you've got 4, Lloyd at 1. Mom, out of the negatives with 0. Mr. B in the negatives with -2. We have one last go around, 4 movies left, 1 for each of you. Mom, for your last movie, would you like a movie from 1950, 1989, or 2000?
Do 89.
89. As Jenny calls it, the warm blanket years.
That's right. Yeah, it is. It's a sauna of a decade.
Warm bath.
This movie from 1989 for 5 points under profanity, one hand gesture. A man gives guys in a truck the middle finger. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man asks where the Tylenol is after his fit he throws.
Okay.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, a man talks to a sexy cashier and he starts messing up when talking and says hooter instead of hotter. It's a bit nipple out instead of nippy out. And then he says adultery instead of adulthood. Mom has buzzed in. Anybody else? Mom, I have a feeling you know this movie.
I hope so. Vacation?
It's not Vacation.
I hope
God damn it. Son of a
I had
just
such
got on the
hopes.
board.
it's this.
All right, for 2 points.
I know that scene too.
Under sex and nudity, the Christmas tree is shown with a bra as an ornament. It's meant to be funny. Mom has buzzed in again. Mr. B is also in. Mr. B, I'll go to you first.
Christmas Vacation.
What was that?
Christmas Vacation?
Mom?
Christmas Vacation.
It's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not trying to put this in your favor, but that's one of your favorite movies, is it not?
Yes. But I can see Chevy Chase doing that scene.
Right.
Uh-huh. He did.
There's
You
something
didn't
about
see
the
it, can you, Russ?
cadence,
Yeah.
that the cadence of those jokes like are inherently Chevy Chase. Because I was going, that's not in Fletch. What? Like that? You just feel his essence in them.
Yeah.
They are soaked.
Final clue in that under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. One of the uncles smokes a cigar in 2 scenes. At one point, it causes the Christmas tree in the house to literally burn down. It's still anybody's game. Jenny, you're in the lead with 4 points.
Woo!
Mom and Lloyd tied at 1 each. Mr.
Just
B
one.
back out of the negatives with 0. Jenny, would you like a movie from 1927, 1977, or 2010?
Christ on a Trisket. What? Those are 27, 77, or
In 2010.
2010? Boy, okay, so movies didn't exist in 27, so I know you're a liar, but
We've got about a 90-year stretch between these movies.
this is brutal. I'm gonna go with 77.
77.
No. You know what? Can I take it back? Can I take it
Yeah.
back? Is it
No,
too
go
late?
ahead.
10. Let's go with 2010 because
Let's
I don't
go with
remember that year, but I don't
2010.
think anybody else on this show did either.
All right, we'll go to 2010.
Charlie Chaplin might have done a thing in 19. Anyway, go ahead.
I will say there's at least one movie that was made in 1927. Not this one. This one was made in 2010 under violence and gore. Most of the violence is fantasy-like and not too gory.
And it's still not Zach and Mary make a porno.
Most of the sex is fantasy-like and not at all, and not too gory. For 4 points under violence and gore, people turn into rock and sometimes remains get blown into pieces.
Wow. Fuck.
For 3 points under violence and gore, the scorpion scene is quite violent and many people are killed. Men are hit by a scorpion's tail. Another man is pinned to the ground and stabbed multiple times. No blood is seen.
Damn it. I know this. What's it called?
It hurts, don't it?
Yeah.
Well, Jenny has buzzed in. You think you're going to get it?
No.
All right. I was asking Mr. B, but I'll ask you too. What do you think, Jenny?
Is it Scorpion King?
Figured that would be the guess. It is not Scorpion King. All right, Mr. B, what do you think?
Oh, you were just waiting for
Clash
me
of
to
the
test drive
Titans.
that one. I see.
It is Clash of the Titans.
Wow. Okay.
I would not have come for that one in a million years.
It was worth it.
I love the original with Burgess Meredith.
Also in Clash of the Titans, frightening and intense scenes, Medusa may frighten some. And frightening and intense scenes, the Kraken is enormous and has a frightening appearance.
I don't know why that was funny to me. I'm sorry.
We've got 2 movies left. Jenny and Mr. B tied at 3. Mom and Lloyd tied at 1. Mr. B, it's on to you. Would you like a movie from 1931, 1993, or 2014?
1993.
1993.
More math. More math.
That's right.
This movie, the penultimate movie from 1993, for 5 points under violence and gore. Gore is mainly of the disgusting and slimy variety.
What year?
1993.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god.
Mom, what do you think?
Ghostbusters?
That's a fun guess. It's not
Oh,
Ghostbusters.
come on. I wanted to be
That's a fun guess.
slimed.
A lot of slime in that movie. For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, The Kingdom is a dark and derelict dystopia. For 3 points under sex and nudity, lots of cleavage and 1 kiss. A baby is hatched out of a giant egg. Nude, but no genitals are shown on camera. There are some sexual references.
Oh,
Jenny has buzzed in. Anybody else?
Okay.
Jenny, what do you think?
This is the moment I'm going to hand it to Mr. B. Mr. B Natural. I love your stuff. You know what? I'm going to take it back. Because I really don't feel confident in this, and there's no reason.
Okay.
That was if I can.
That was so exciting.
Right? Dramatic, but like
Edge
I
of my
know,
seat.
I know it's not, and I'll tell you what
I
it
was
was.
practicing
later.
my speech.
I really hope it wasn't what you think it is.
It can't be. It just can't be. I have no sense of time, though. I don't know.
For 2 points under violence and gore, there are some scary looking dinosaurs, and a couple of people do die. One is incessantly turned into a skeleton and fossilized on a cave wall, and the other turns to green slime. The weapons used are primarily flamethrowers, and while one character, a humanoid with a lizard head, catches on fire, he is not harmed.
Yo, I've never been happier about a retraction. Shit, what? Can you run that whole clip by me again? Because that was a lot to take in.
There are some scary looking dinosaurs, and a couple of people do die. One is instantaneously turned into a skeleton and fossilized on a cave wall, and the other turns to green slime. The weapons used are primarily flamethrowers, and while one creature, a humanoid with a lizard head, catches fire, he is not harmed.
What year was 1993?
1993.
What the?
Jay and
All right.
Silent Bob. No.
All right, we'll go to the last clue for 1 point. Under frightening and intense scenes, the main characters kill many Koopas, may be a nightmare to children.
Oh God!
Jenny has buzzed in. Anybody else?
God. Oh,
Lloyd,
God.
do you have anything?
Koopa. It's a Koopa.
Oh,
I'm waiting. No, you don't have anything?
I do, but
I have nowhere to be. I'll wait.
All right, I guess we'll just go to Jenny. What do you think, Jenny?
I think that is the ill-fated Super Mario Brothers movie.
It is the ill-fated Super Mario Brothers movie.
Which, thank goodness, they're going to take another crack at with everyone's favorite Chris Pratt.
Oh, did you hear Chris Pratt just announced for another voice role? He's playing everybody's favorite lasagna-loving cat, Garfield, in a movie.
I tell you, I fucking hate Chris Pratt.
I hate Garfield.
I hate his face.
Yeah, I knew it was Super Mario, but I was not confident that I was going to get it right.
I thought you would know Super Mario.
That's what the show has done to me. Even
that
when I
seems
know the
like
answer,
a movie you've seen.
Even when I know the answer, I don't think I'm going to get it right. That's how much the show has screwed me up.
You've broken him, Nick. You've broken him.
I feel so bad. I don't know why he keeps coming on the show. All right, we are down to our last movie, and it's still anybody's game. Jenny, you're in the lead with 4 points. Mr. B at 3 points. Lloyd at 1 point. Mom at 0. But there's the opportunity for 5 points in this. Lloyd, you get to pick the final movie.
Oh, fuck.
Would you like a movie from 1941, 1997, or 2008?
1997.
1997.
41 was such a bastion of culture, please.
Yeah.
The final movie of the night, 1997, for 5 points. Under violence and gore, there is a long scene in the morgue where a medical examiner is digging around the insides of a corpse. We don't see anything, but we hear squishing and squashing noises. For 4 points under violence and gore, a man fires a high-tech gun in a street that causes a large explosion and knocks him backwards. Mr. B has buzzed in, possibly to end this game.
Oh, boy.
Mr. B, what do you think this movie is?
Men in Black 2.
Running away with this game. Wait, what did you say?
No, Men in Black.
Did you say Men in Black 2?
No, Men in Black.
I heard Men in Black 2.
I saw you hesitate. That's why I said
also, as in that's his final contribution to the game.
That is I'm not going to be a
as well.
It's Men in Black.
Men in Black. I said it so confident, and then you looked at me. I was like, 2.
It's called creating tension.
And it's funny, you know what? My last guess for Mario Brothers in my head was Men in Black.
You were. It was prescient. You were just clairvoyance to the final question.
Suspense.
It's a star on the card the whole time.
I actually thought it with the first clue too.
Ghostbusters joke.
To finish up Men in Black, under frightening and intense themes, the villain is honestly more creepy in his adapted human form than he is in his true form. Sometimes his skin hangs off his face, which he occasionally adjusts. Violence and gore, an alien is shot, causing his blood and guts to go flying everywhere. But you'll see that it looks just like ordinary blue goo. Ordinary blue goo.
That everyday blue goo.
We all know the blue goo.
Can I tell you that I used to do imitation of the guy with like sugar and water, and my girlfriend at the time like forbade me. She's like, "Don't ever." It's the worst. It's because I kind of look like the guy too. Like people said that's the CSI guy, right?
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio.
And the final clue in that, after shooting an alien in the head and having it grow back, an agent threatens the same alien that next time he's going to return and shoot him where it wouldn't grow back. That was Men in Black. Our final scores for the night. Mom in last place with 0 points.
I smell favoritism.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We fudged the numbers. Stop the count. Lloyd, with your high score and in 3rd place with 1 point. Jenny at 4 points. And in the last round, Mr. B taking it away with 7 points.
Woo!
Thank you all for playing the game.
So fun.
And Mom, you didn't embarrass yourself. You didn't end in the negatives.
You did great. Denise, I'll see you on the fan favorites episode. That you did.
Before we go, if there's anything you want to promote, anywhere you want to be found, or just any last words, Jenny, I'll start with you first.
Yeah, sure. As always, you can find me primarily on Instagram. I'm cigarette.sandwich. It's as delicious as it sounds. And write comics and all kinds of weird stuff. I do functional sculptures. If you like weird things, look at it. It takes like 2 seconds. I don't know.
Lloyd.
Well, this Wednesday, I'm going to be on a live version of this very show in Allston, Massachusetts at the Model, doing just as well as I always have historically. Take that for what it's worth. The next night, I'm going to be at a show at the Thirsty Robot Brewing in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. And you can find me on the social medias at Lloyd Legacy 617 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, if that's your thing. If it's not, I don't blame you. Don't start now. And I can be found on Facebook at Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
All right. Our winner, Mr. B.
Yeah, I'm at Jimmy Bose on Instagram and Mr. Bose and Jim Bose on Facebook. I'm going to be at the Comedy Studio on November 13th, Saturday. Great place. Come check it out. 2 shows, 8 and 10.
Yes, definitely go see that. And Mom, I saved you for last. You don't have anything you want to promote, right?
Sure I do.
Let's
Let's promote the IMDb Inappropriate Movie Database with Nick Martucci.
Yep, that's almost the name of this show.
Yeah, the inappropriate. What is the name of the show?
IMDb.
IMDb.
That's
Okay.
fine. I wouldn't have named it this if I knew that I was going to do 35 episodes of it.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was perfect. Nailed it in one take. That's
Uh-huh.
the audio clip for the ad. That's the spot. It's perfect.
Uh-huh.
I love it so much.
All right. Once again, thank you so much to my guests, Jenny Isme, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, Mr. B, and my mom, Denise Dexter. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook. Search the Inappropriate Movie Database. Come to the Model Cafe in Allston, 7 p.m., November 3rd, and see this live with Lloyd. It's going to be there. Angela Sawyer, Gary Peterson, Katie Baker. We have another
Laura
show.
Clark, I see, is going to be co-hosting.
Laura Clark co-hosting as always. And we got another YouTube episode coming up on Thursday. Liz Estie's going to be on that. Sammy Lanza's coming back. Tiny's going to be on the show for the first time. So that's going to be a fun show. Subscribe to this channel, do whatever YouTubers tell you to do. And if this looks fun to you, I want anybody on this show. So please reach out and I'll probably put you on. And other than that,
one person in the whole world will know what this means, but Tom, that means you.
Tom, get
I
on
heard
the
a
show,
rumor
Tom.
that Tom wants to be on your show. So we'll just leave it at that.
Tom, come on the show.
Mom, pass the message.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you either at the live show or on the next episode.
Hopefully this weekend when you come visit me.
All right, we are off.